ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरो
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
मुनीश्वरो not मुनीश्वरो, just for this the chanting tune, मुनीश्वरो only, muni not मुनीश्वरो। अधीमहे पंचदशीं कैवल्यपदसिद्धये नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थविद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरो। That is how it should be chanted. Bharati Tirtha Vidyaranya is one word.
Bharati Tirtha, that's a typo. Yeah?
Typo there.
Yeah. Bharati.
Yeah. Yes, I'll correct it. Bharati Tirtha is Bharati Tirtha. I'll correct it next class. You can repeat. Namah Shri Shankarananda Gurupadambujanmane.
Namah Shri Shankarananda Gurupadambujanmane
Savilasa Mahamoha Kagakrasaika Karmane
सविलासमहामोहग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे
तत्पादाम्बुरुगद्वन्द्वसेवा निर्मलचेतसाम्
तत्पादाम्बुरुहद्वन्द्वसेवा निर्मलचेतसाम्
सुखबोधाय तत्त्वस्य विवेकोऽयं विधीयते
सुखबोधाय तत्त्वस्य विवेकोऽयं विधीयते
शब्दस्पर्शादयो वेद्याः
शब्दस्पर्शादयो वेद्याः
वैचित्र्या जागरे पृथक्
वैचित्र्याजागरे
पृथक्
ततो विभक्ता तत्संवित्
ततो
ततो
विभक्ता
विभक्ता
तत्संवित्
तत्संवित्
ऐकरूप्यान्न भिद्यते
ऐकरूप्याण विद्यते
तथा स्वप्नेऽत्र वेद्यं तु
तथा स्वप्नेऽत्र वेद्यं तु
न स्थिरं जागरे स्थिरम्
न स्थिरं जागरे स्थिरम्
तद्भेदोऽतस्तयोः संवित्
तद्भेदोऽतस्तयोः संवित्
एकरूपा न भिद्यते
एकरूपा न भिद्यते
This was the last shloka we saw before Deepavali, long back. The first shloka of this prakaranam Tattva Viveka Prakaranam, that is the name of the prakaranam, Tattva Viveka Prakaranam, which has got 5 chapters. That is, Viveka Prakaranam has got 5 chapters. In that, Tattva Vivekaranam is the first chapter. Name of the first chapter is Tattva Viveka Prakaranam. Pancha Bhuta Viveka Prakaranam, Panchakosha Viveka Prakaranam, Dvaita Viveka Prakaranam, then Mahavakya Viveka Prakaranam. Iti 5 chapters are there in the Viveka Prakaranam. So in the Viveka Prakaranam, the first chapter is Tattva Viveka Prakaranam. The topic of the first chapter is Tattva Viveka. So up to 4th shloka of this chapter we have seen. The first shloka is the Prarthana shloka, and the second shloka through which the Acharya Vidyaranya he presents Anubandha Chatushtayam. Anubandha Chatushtayam meaning 4-fold qualifications which are required for a sadhaka. Vishaya, Prayojanam. Anubandha Chatushtayam, 4-fold connections, not qualification. Sadhana Chatushtayam is 4-fold qualification. The 4-fold connections by which a person is connected to the Grantha. That is called Anubandha Chatushtayam. Of course, he presents Sadhana Chatushtayam also through the second shloka. Anubandha Chatushtayam being Vishaya, Prayojanam, Adhikari, Sambandha. The Vishaya, the subject matter, is Tattva Vivekaha. Tattva Vivekoyam Vidiyate iti, the author said. And the Prayojanam we saw, that is for Sukha Bodha, for easy accomplishment of Jnanam. And Adhikari, Adhikari, the person who has a mind which is relatively free. Adhikari. When we say Adhikari, then we can bring in Sadhana Chatushtaya, Sampatti, Nirmala Chetasam iti, the author specified. Then final, the fourfold connection, Anubandha Chatushtayam is Sambandha. So connection, when we say connection, it means two things are involved. Then only there is connection between the Grantha and the subject matter, which is Brahma. Pratipadya Vishayam of the Grantha is Brahma. So between them, the Sambandha is Pratipadaka, Pratipadya, Sambandha, revealer, revealed. Then this Grantha, like the Shastram, Vedanta, presents the Tattvam. Therefore, it is also a Pramanam. Because what the Vedanta says, that alone, through the Prakarana Grantha, the Acharya says, therefore, between the Pramanam and the Jnanam, what is the connection? Janya Janaka Sambandha. And between Jnanam and Moksha, what is the Sambandha? Between Jnanam and Moksha, there is no connection like the previous connections. Why? Because Jnanam is Moksha. Therefore, it is Aikya Sambandha. Knowledge being freedom, therefore, the connection is Aikyam, Aikya Sambandha. How does one gain moksha, freedom? Only through Jnanam. Jnanam eva moksha. Therefore, karma has no role in giving moksha. Therefore, karma or any sadhanam is only for gaining sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, the fourfold qualification. Then from the third shloka onwards, the author wants to point out the aikyam, the oneness between the individual, that is Jivatma, and the total, Paramatma, Ishvara. Oneness, aikyam, Jiva Brahma aikyam. Vedanta Pratipadyam Tattvam, Jiva Brahma aikyam. Tadartam Acharyaha atra Jivaswarupa Jnanartam Jiva Vicharam Karoti. The Tatparyam is being Aikyam, Jiva Ishvara Aikyam. Therefore, to establish Aikyam, the Vichara should be done. Vichara of what? Vichara of both the Jiva, the individual, and the total Ishvara be done. Therefore, he takes up Jiva for his analysis, Viveka Vichara. Shastram says, Jagat Karanam Brahma. Brahma is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Jiva is Brahma. The Swarupam of Jiva is Sat Chit Anandaha. Tayogo Aikyam. It means I am Brahma. How can I be Brahma? How can I be Sachit Ananda? Because I never felt so. I always have been thinking of myself as an insignificant, infinitely small being. No, Shastram says, Aham Nityaha Aham Satchit Anandaha. I am that changeless Nitya Vastu, Brahma. What is Nityam? That which is non-changing, that which doesn't vary at any point of time, that which is independent of other things, that is called Nityam. So Nitya Vastu Brahma Aham Asmi. Shastram says to establish that by logic. What logic? Logic in keeping with the Shastram. It is not just by mere logic. Taking the support of logic. Taking the support of logic to establish what the Shastram says. The author takes up the vichara, that is, he takes up the avasthas. Avasthas, the states of existence of the jiva. First, he takes up Jagrat Avastha, the waking state. In the waking state, objects are many and varied. Each one is different from each other. And they continuously change also. Objects change. I am the perceiver, the knower of all the objects. I do not change. I am constantly aware of the plurality and the variety of objects. As they are available for my experience, I am aware of variety of objects. And I experience. Because I experience, therefore they must be existing. And there are different experiences, therefore the objects are many. Therefore, Vedyaha, objects of knowledge in the waking state, Vedyaha, Jnatavyaha. How do we know? Shotra, Tokyo, Chakshu, Rasana, Grana, iti etaihi pancha jnanendriya dvara ज्ञायमानाः शब्दस्पर्श रूप रसगंध विषयाः भिन्नाः भवन्ति शब्दस्पर्शादयो वेद्याः they are भिन्नाः परस्परं भिन्नाः each vishaya which are known through each sense organ and through the same sense organ different vishayas are known. Each vishaya is different from the other. We know this through our anubhava, experience. Therefore, they are vaichitrya jagare pratak. They are distinct. Each object is distinct from other object because each one has its attributes, peculiarity, therefore different. What about consciousness? What about Sambit? What about Sambit? Sambit is another name for Chaitanyam, consciousness. Tataha vibhakta Sambit, distinct from that is from objects of experience. The Sambit doesn't vary. Ekarupa, it is one. Na bhidyate, do not vary, do not differ. How it is eka? How can you say it is eka, ekarupa? Like the akasha in the space in the pot is the same as a space in another pot or the external space. The space is one space, whether it is the pot space or it is a space outside a pot. The space is space. Akasha is ekam. Ekaha akashaha. Yadyapi भिन्नत्वेन भासते तथापि घटाकाशः एकः एव. Akasha is only one. Similarly, tadvateva sambit eka bhavati. Yadyapi vishayaha tata vishaya anubhavaha binnaha. Sambit eka eva. Even though the anubhava, the experiences are different, All the experiences are because of this Sambit. Therefore, it is Ekarupa iti. Because the objects vary doesn't mean that Sambit also should vary. If Sambit also varies, then there will not be smriti of the previous experience. The problem will come. Therefore, Ekarupa Sambit. This is in Jagrat Avastha. We can extend the same understanding to every other avastha. 3 avasthas are there. We can extend to those avasthas also. And in every perception in that avasthas, we can clearly see this. Therefore, Ekarupa Sambit never varies, but objects only vary. This is Tattva Viveka. Because Sambit is Ekarupa, which is one invariable one, therefore, Agam Jivatma is Sat Nityaha. So understanding the changeless nature of Sambit by our experience of the changing nature of objects is what is intended by the Acharya here. The objects keep changing, therefore the thoughts keep changing, therefore our experience keeps changing, but consciousness, Sambit, doesn't change. These changing objects and Sambit, they combine as though they combine, not really combination, combine, and they result in object experience, Vishaya Anubhava. For Vishaya Anubhava, there seems to be a mixture, a combination of the Vishaya and Sambit. Therefore, an experience is nothing but the consciousness illumining the thoughts. The Vishayas, Vishaya Anubhava, are in the form, first in the form of thoughts, vritti. An object is known by vritti. Vritti Anubhava. Then with the Indriya Anubhava. First at the thought level, mental level. Anubhava takes place at the mental level, then the Anubhava takes place at the physical level when you operate your sense organs and have interaction. That is at the physical level. Now, the first experience, the first contact is at the mental level, at the thought level. And the Chaitanyam, it illumines the vritti, thoughts. Because thoughts keep changing. Why? Because the objects keep changing. Therefore, that Eka Sambit, the Sambit seems to undergo change. Because the objects change, the thoughts change. Therefore, Sambit also must be changing, but doesn't change. Attributing change to the non-changing Sambit is because of either non-understanding or wrong understanding of this truth. Therefore, only vichara is required. Understanding this changeless consciousness by separation, vichar, viveka, that is separation, to separate, to isolate. How to separate? Separation only in terms of our understanding, analysis and understanding. That separation by vichara, the analysis, that is why this is called viveka, tattva viveka. Therefore, from the third shloka onwards, the author gets into the topic. Viveka is a topic, tattva viveka. Yatha jagrat avasthayam jagare vedyaha, third shloka, vedyaha vaichitrya jagare vedyaha vishayaha shabdasparshadayaha vaichitryat pratak bhinnaha ataha samvit vibhakta tata eva swapna avasthayam api. Jagrat avasthayam, in the Jagrat avastha, that is Jagare. Jagare in the shloka Saptami. Jagare is Jagrat avasthayam. Vedyaha Vishayaha Kete Shabdasparshadayaha. They are Vaichityat Pratak. They are distinct. Pratak is Binnaha. They are Binnaha, but what about Sambit? Tataha Vibhaktaha, distinct from them. Sambit Ekarupa Bhavati. Yatha Jagrat avasthayam tata swapna avasthayam api, extending the same logic to the swapna avastha. That the Acharya does in the next shloka. As in the waking state, so also in the dream state. Jagrat avasthayam iva swapna avasthayam api. Tata swapne. Yatha jagare tata swapne. Swapne api, in the dream state also. There are also Vedyaha Vishayaha Vaichityat Pratak Bhavati. Yata Jagare Vedyaha Vishayaha Binnaha Tata Swapne api Vedyaha Vishayaha Binnaha. Because in Swapna also objects are there. Objects, varieties of objects, as in the Jagrat Avastha. So also in the objects of experience in the Swapna Avastha. But what about Sambhita? Eka eva. Nitya Sambhita Eka eva. What is this Swapnavastha? Swapnavastha is nothing but a thought world, where the interaction is only at the mental level. Thought. That's why it's a vritti prapancha, thought world. The thought, we know it is illumined by the Sambhita, Chitta. When you separate the Chit from the thought, that separation, as we say, you cannot physically separate, it is only understanding. By vichara, analysis, when you, as we did in the Jagrata Avastha, so if you separate the Chit from the thought, the Chit is Ekarupam. We can know that Chit is Ekarupam because in behind each and every thought, that Ekarupam Chit, Ekarupa Sambhit is present. That is only present. Because of different thoughts associated with different dream objects, this changeless Sambhit seems to undergo change. But it doesn't undergo change by when we do vichara, like we did in waking state. The nature of Sambhit can be understood as Eka. It is Eka, it doesn't, na vidyate, doesn't vary. In the Swapna Avastha, all the Indriyas are withdrawn. Only thoughts operate. In the Jagrata Avastha, Indriyas are active. Thoughts and the Indriyas operate, whereas in Swapna Avastha, only thoughts operate. Indriyas are completely withdrawn. Thoughts operate means mind operates. Therefore, objects are in the form of near thoughts. That is why dream world is a thought world. In the waking state, objects are external, whereas in the dream, the objects are internal. In the waking state, the objects are sthiram. They are very solid, substantial, available for your physical perception, gross transaction. But the Vedya Vishaya, the objects of the Swapna Avastha are asthiram. They are asthiram, nastiram, astiram. They do not last. They don't stay. They are in the form of thoughts. Therefore, they are momentary. They do not long last. Even though there are differences in terms of sthiratvam between the objects of the Jagrata Avastha and the Swapna Avastha, but the logic is common. In both states, objects are there. The objects are many and varied. Therefore, the thoughts, because of the association with the different objects, are different. Thoughts are many. Therefore, the thoughts are many because objects are many. Therefore, to know the objects, how many Samvita illumine the thoughts? How many suns illumine the world? One sun is enough. Suryaha ekaha. Ekaha Suryaha is enough to give light to the entire world. One sun illumines the whole world simultaneously. It doesn't illumine the world part by part. When the globe is exposed to the sunlight, the entire globe is simultaneously illumined. Sun is only one. Sun rising may be different in different countries, but the sun, really speaking, doesn't rise, doesn't set. It is always shining, illumining. Simultaneously it illumines. Similarly, Eka Sambhit Sarva Vrittinam Prakashika Bhavati. Therefore, this Eka Sambhit is only Eka Eva. Therefore, Tayoho, in the second line, Tat Vedaha Ataha Tayoho Vedaha. Tayoho Jagrat Swapnavastayoho. Vedaha, different from that. The Sambhit Ekarupa, it is Ekarupa, only one, na vidyate. Do not vary. Up to this we saw. Up to this is the gist of what we saw in the previous classes. The summary of the previous classes. Now, having discussed about the Jagrata Avastha and Swapna Avastha, now the author he wants to establish the same Sambhit in the next Avastha, other Avastha, which is Sushupti Avastha. That is the next shloka. We will read. Suptotitasya saushupta.
Suptotitasya saushupta.
Tamo bodho bhavet smritihi.
Tamo bodho bhavet smritihi.
Sachava buddhi vishaya.
Sachava buddhi vishaya.
Avabuddham tattada tamaha.
Avabuddham tattada tamaha.
Bodho bhavet smritihi. Avabuddham tattada tamaha.
Now, first we have to split and understand what are the words. In fact, this also should be chanted. Suptotitasya saushupta tamo bodho bhavet smritihi. Sacha vabuddha vishaya vabuddham tattada. Second line you can split. First line you cannot split. Second line, Sacha vabuddha vishaya avabuddham tattada tamaha. There you can split. Anyway, the first line to be chanted as a full line. Anyway, it's for the sake of chanting, we are splitting. So Shupta. Now, the author he wants to now prove that Sambhit is Eka and doesn't vary, and even in sleep, Sushupti Avastha, because already proved in Jagrat and Swapna Avastha. Now Sushupti Avastha. The first two Avasthas, Sambhit is evident. Sambhit is evident. Now, in this Avastha, you will establish Suptotitasya saushupta tamo bodho smritihi bhavet. Bhavet, Kriyapadam. Bhavet is Linglakara. Smritihi bhavet. What do we experience after getting up from sleep? There is an experience. First of all, we have to acknowledge there is an experience of sleep also, not in the sleep. If there is an experience in the sleep, then it is not a sleep. It should be either waking or dream. So if it is sleep, there is no experience. But after we get up from the sleep, deep sleep, Sushupti Avastha, we recall the experience. It is an experience about sleep. We recall the experience of the sleep. How can there be experience in sleep? No experience. Sukha, no experience means no experience of the objects. But there is a Sukha Anubhava. There is an experience of happiness. That is the experience. And that experience is recalled after waking up. That is called Smritihi. Yes, Smriti means memory. Smritihi Bhavet. After getting up from sleep, there is an experience of sleep. There is an recalling of the experience of sleep. That recalling, that memory, that is Smritihi Bhavet. Smritihi Bhavet, it is not, Bhavet is not it's a Ling Lakara, but it is Bhavati. Smritihi Bhavati. What is that experience? Tamo Bodhaha. Tamo Bodhaha. Bodhaha is recognition. Tamaha is Ajnanam. Tamo Bodhaha. Tamo Bodhaha means recognition of this ignorance. Ajnanam. Tamo Bodhaha. The recognition of this Ajnanam. In Sushupti, there is only Ajnanam. There is only ignorance. But Ajnana Bodhaha, that Ajnana Bodha, that recognition of that Ajnanam, that belongs to Sushupti Avastha. Saushupta means belonging to sleep. Tamo Bodhaha, this Bodha, the knowledge of what? Ajnanam. Tamaha is Ajnanam. Tamaha is Ajnanam. We know Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Tamas stands for sleep, inertia. In sleep, this Tamas, the sleep is what is indicated by Tamas. There is no activity, there is no Rajas, there is no knowledge, but there is knowledge of Ajnana. Therefore, Tamo Bodhaha. And it belongs to Sushupti. Saushupta means, Saushupta is a Tadita word. Suptehe, idam, Saushuptam, belonging to sleep. Belonging to sleep. What belongs to sleep? This Tamo Bodhaha. I did not know anything. I slept happily. Maya kimapi na anubhuyata. Agam suken nidram anubhavami. We say after getting from this sleep, I don't know anything. I slept happily. That is what we say after getting up from the deep sleep. That is experience. That is experience in deep sleep. That I don't know anything. That is ajnanam. That is tamas, ignorance. That ignorance pertaining to deep sleep state is called tamo bodhaha. Tamo bodhaha, belonging to deep sleep. Therefore, saushupta tamo bodhaha. Saushupta, saushuptasya tamaha, saushupta tamaha, saushupta tamasaha bodhaha, saushupta tamo bodhaha. Shashti tatpurusha samasa. So, that tamo bodhaha, that is the remembrance, that is a smriti. It is not the present experience, not the vartamana anubhava. It is recollection of what we experienced. It is bhuta kala anubhava is recalled in the waking state. The waking state only you recall the experience. Therefore, it is called smriti. This is the experience of the person who slept and now is awake. That experience is called smritihi, memory. Purvaha suptaha paschat uttitaha. That person. The person who was slept, who slept before. And now he is woken, he has woken up. He had the experience of sleep, but now he is awake. Therefore, the experience belongs to different states. And the experience here is recalled. Therefore, it is smriti, it is memory. And what is the characteristic of this memory? Avabuddha Vishayaha. Here the author says Avabuddham. Avabuddha Vishaya. That is Anubhuta Vishaya. Avabuddham is Anubhutam. Avabuddha is Anubhutaha. The Vishaya which is experienced. One cannot remember anything which he has not experienced before. So, therefore, what experienced alone can be remembered. Therefore, it is Avabuddha. Sa smritihi Avabuddha Vishaya bhavet. Anubhuta Vishaya bhavet. Avabuddha means Buddha is knowledge. Avabuddha is experienced. So, the memory has got the Vishaya, the subject matter. Therefore, Avabuddha Vishaya Smritihi. That is the definition of Smriti. What is Smriti? Avabuddha Vishaya Smritihi. Anubhuta Vishaya Smritihi. Ya Smritihi sa Anubhava Purvika Bhavati. That is called memory, which is preceded by an experience. So, Smriti meaning memory, that is always preceded by Anubhava, experience. This is Vyapti is unshakable. This is, we know. Tat avabuddham. Therefore, tat avabuddham. What is avabuddham in the sleep? Avabuddha Vishaya in the sleep, which is recalled in the waking state. That is tamaha. Therefore, tat tamaha. Tama was there in sleep, experienced in sleep. Therefore, it is avabuddham. This is the Vyapti. So, because you experience, because you experience, therefore you recalled. Ya smritihi sa anubhava purvika bhavati. So, therefore, tamas is avabuddham. That is the Vyapti, inference. It is recollected that tamo bodhaha is recollected on waking. Therefore, there was the experience of ignorance in deep sleep state. It is avabuddham. Therefore, tat tamaha avabuddham anubhutam. Once there is experience, then the four factors are there. Four factors naturally must be there. Four factors naturally must be there. What are they? This Sambhita must be there. Then the vritti must be there. Then vritti vishaya, the subject matter must be there. Then this anubhava. The anubhava, jnanam will be there. Then therefore jnanam of the vishaya. Then therefore anubhava. Objects are experienced in the form of thoughts in the waking state. So vritti is there. And in the ignorance is experienced in the form of sukshma vritti in sushupti avastha. So if ignorance was not there in the sleep, then it could not be have an experience. You cannot recall it after waking up. Therefore, ajnana vritti is there in sleep. It is there and it is subtle, extremely subtle. Therefore, sukshma ajnana vritti. Vritti is there and it is ajnana vritti and it is sukshma. That is there in sleep. In the waking state, that vritti is grossly present. It is not sukshma, it is present. That is why anubhava of objects takes place. Whereas in sushupti, it is there in a very subtle form. And that vritti also ajnana vritti. It is ignorance. I experience when you say. When you say I experience when you say that anubhava is there, therefore vritti is there. And the vritti is ajnana vritti, it is sukshma. Therefore, sambhita must be there because for every recognition, the cognition of thoughts, sambhita must be there. Without sambhita, there is no illumination of vritti. Vritti Jnanam, not possible. So Sambiti is there, Vritti is there, and the Vritti meaning thought, and the Vritti Vishaya, the Vishaya, the subject matter for Vritti is there, and Ajnanam also is there, where in Sushupti Avastha, all the four factors are there. And they are proved by Smriti. When you recall, Smriti, when you recall, what do you recall? That Ajnana, Sukshma Ajnana Vritti, and the subject matter of the Vritti is there. You recall the Vritti, when you recall, therefore Vritti must be the thought, must have been there in the deep sleep state. You recall. And the subject matter of the Vritti is Ajnanam. Therefore, Vritti Vishaya is there, and the Vritti Vishaya is Ajnanam, and therefore it is there, and it is all illumined by Chaitanyam. Sambiti is there. Therefore, all the four factors are there. Therefore, Anubhava is there. Anubhava, that is Avabuddha. Avabuddham, it is Anubhuta, because these four factors are there, and that is proved by your smriti, recollection, remembrance. Therefore, like in the Jagratavastha and Swapnavastha, this Sambit is Eka Rupa. It is Eka Rupa. The consciousness, the Chaitanyam, which is obtained in all the three states, therefore, it is Eka Rupa. As in the Jagratavastha, Swapnavastha, because the thoughts, because the objects change, therefore the thoughts change. Objects are there in the Jagratavastha, and in Swapnavastha, only thoughts are there. So in both the avastha, the objects and the corresponding thoughts change, but Sambita do not change. In the Sushupti avastha, there is only one thought. Sukshma Ajnana Vritti alone is there. Therefore, Sambita must be there. And Sambit, how many Sambit could be there? It is also Ekarupa. Because by extending the logic of Jagrat and Swapna avastha to Sushupti avastha, and Sushupti avastha only Ajnana Vritti is there, Sukshma Ajnana Vritti. Therefore, we can easily conclude Sambit Ekarupa Bhavati. Therefore, this Sambit, like a thread, it continues to flow through all the three states. Therefore, this Sambit is not Pritak. It is not different in different states. All the experiences are lighted by the same consciousness. Suppose if consciousness is different, if Sambit is different for each states, then the waker will not remember the dreamer. After you wake up from the dream, you will not be able to remember the dream. Similarly, the dream world also is not possible without the impressions what you gain in the waking state, because Sambit is different. There is dream world is nothing but your projection of the experience what you obtain in the Jagrata Avastha. If there is no connection, then dream world also is not possible. So if consciousness, Sambita is different, if waker is different from the dreamer, if dreamer is different from the sleeper, if sleeper is different from the waker, then it will have three Sambita, and three Sambita will be totally disconnected, but that is not about our Anubhava also. That is not the Vishayas what we experience. That it's not, it is that clearly proves it is not. So, therefore, Sambit Ekarupa Bhavati. Therefore, the author concludes by analysis of the three avastha, the Ekarupatvam of Sambit. Suptoti tasya. Suptoti tasya, suptat uttitaha tasya. The one who has woken up from the sleep. Suptat uttitasya. Saushupta tamo bodhaha. For the one who has woken up from the sleep, the tamo bodhaha, the knowledge of the ignorance, which belonging to the sleep state, smritihi bhavet. It is in the form of memory for the person who has woken up from the sleep. सा स्मृतिः च असौ अवबुद्ध विषया एव. It is sa cha asau avabuddha vishaya sandhi. You have to split sa referring to the smritihi, that remembrance. Cha asau avabuddha vishaya. It is avabuddha vishaya. Avabuddha vishaya means avabuddham avabuddhaha vishayaha yasyaha sa smritihi. Yasyaha sa smritihi. Smrityaha avabuddha vishayaha. Avabuddha vishaya. That avabuddham, that is that avabuddha vishaya is what? Tamaha, tamas, that is ajnanam. That avabuddha tada is tasmin kale, that avabuddham anubhutam tamaha, it is ajnanam. So what is that anubhuta, that experience in that kala? Which kala? In the sushupti avastha. What is experience is tada tasmin kale sushupti avasthayam yat anubhutam tat tamaha, it is ajnanam, and that is saushupta tamo bodhaha smritihi bhavati iti. So therefore sambit ekarupa iti, in all the three avasthayam, jagrat swapna sushupti avasthayam, sambit na vidyate ekarupa bhavati. Sambit is ekam. Consciousness do not differ. It is only one. So that is what here the author says. Evam avastadvaye jnanasya ekatvam prasadhya sushupti kalinasya pitasya tena aikya prasadhanaya tatra tavat jnanam sadhayati. Supta iti. After having established the sushupti, the two avastha, the jagrata avastha and swapna avastha, now in the sushupti avastha, the author establishes the sambit. Purvam suptaha paschat uttitaha suptottitaha. Is giving the one who has slept before and now is woken up. That is what suptottita, suptat uttitaha. Suptam sushuptihi, supta is swapdhatu ta pratyaya, becomes supta. Samprasaranam, then suptam. Sushuptihi. Suptam is equal to sushuptihi. Tasmat uttitaha iti va. Tasya saushupta tamo bodhaha. Sushupti kalinasya tamasaha is shashti vibhakti of tamas sakaranta shabda, which is ajnanam ajnanasya. Yaha bodhaha is jnanam asti na kinchit avedisham iti. What is that ajnanam in the sushupti avastha? Agam na kinchit avedisham. I don't know anything. That smriti, sa smriti ki eva bhavet. Anubhavaha, that smriti is anubhava. Tat karanasya indriya sannikarsha vyapti lingadehe abhavat iti bhavaha. There is no operation of this indriya, but this smriti is there. Tataha kim atraha sacha iti. Sacha smriti smritihi avabuddha vishaya avabuddhaha anubhutaha vishayaha yasyaha sa tata ukta. Ya smritihi sa anubhava purvika iti vyaptihi loke drishteti bhavaha. Whatever the smriti is there, the remembrance, it must be preceded by an experience. That is the vyapti. That is the influence in the world. You can remember only what you already experienced, perceived. That is a vyapti. That vyapti loke drishtam. Vyapti loke drishtaha. Drishta. The vyapti is seen in the world. Iti bhavaha. Tataha api kim tatraha avabuddham iti. Okay, this is what I explained everything. Just you can read. It's a simple Sanskritam. Anyway, we'll move on. This is what I explained. Whatever I said in English is nothing but the translation of this. The commentary in English. Same thing only. Now the next shloka we will read, shloka number 6. Sabodho vishayad binnaha
बोधो विषयात् भिन्नः
nabodha swapnabodhavat
बोधात् स्वप्नबोधवत्
evam stanatraye eka
एवं स्थानत्रयेऽप्येका
samvittadvaddinantare
संवित्तद्वद्दिनान्तरे
आसाब्दयुगकल्पेषु
आसाब्दयुगकल्पेषु
गतागम्येष्वनेकधा
गतागम्येष्वनेकधा
नोदेति नास्तमत्येका
नोदेति नास्तमेत्येका
संविदेशा स्वयं प्रभा
संविदेशा स्वयं प्रभा
सह बोधः referring to that previous that bodha सह बोधः विषयात् भिन्नः न बोधात् स्वप्नबोधवत् एवं स्थानत्रये अपि एका संवित् तत् दिनान्तरे मासाब्दयुगकल्पेषु गत गतगम्येषु अनेकधा नोदेति न उदेति नोदेति न अस्तम एति नास्तमेति संधि एका संवित् एषा स्वयं प्रभा सह बोधः that knowledge what knowledge that knowledge that is the ignorance in the sushupti avastha, that ignorance which is the bodha, that is that ajnana sukshma ajnana vritti, that knowledge of ignorance. The ignorance is the experience in sleep, that ajnana anubhava, that bodha is different from the vishaya of the anubhava. Saha bodha vishayat binnaha is different from the vishaya of the anubhava, like in the waking state, like in the swapna avastha also. Swapna avastha, there is a bodha, there is a knowledge of an object. The knowledge that bodha is different from the object. Vishayat binnaha. In the sushupti avastha, in the sushupti avastha, the vishayat binnaha, ajnanat binnaha, this bodha. Ignorance is the object of consciousness. In the jagrata avastha, swapna avastha, the consciousness is there. The consciousness is different from the sambit, is different from the object of consciousness. In the jagrat as well as in the swapna avastha, when you see an object, when you perceive an object, the perception is because sambit is there, consciousness is there. No consciousness, no perception. So perception of any object implies consciousness. Because we perceive an object, therefore we can say sambit consciousness is there. That already we have seen and established also. Does the consciousness is the object? No. Consciousness, sambit, is different from the objects. The objects are the vishayas are the objects of consciousness. They are not consciousness. You are conscious. You are a conscious being. You experience objects. Objects are many. So they are the objects of consciousness, and the objects of consciousness are many in the jagrata avastha as well as in the swapna avastha. What about in sushupti avastha? In sushupti avastha also vishaya is it. What is the vishaya? Ajnanam is a vishaya. Ajnanam is a vishaya in the sushupti avastha, that bodha Bodha is the sambit. Here Bodha, you should take it as sambit. Saha Bodha, that is the consciousness. Saha Bodha, that consciousness. Vishayat binnaha, Ajnana Vishayat binnaha, Ajnanat binnaha. The consciousness is different from the Vishaya. What is the Vishaya? This Ajnana. Since object is different from the object of consciousness, as we understood by the analysis of Jagrat and Swapnavastha, similarly here, Bodha must be different from the object of consciousness. Here the object of consciousness is Ajnana, Tamaha, Tamo Bodhaha Visa. Saha Bodhaha Tamo Bodhat Binnaha. Bodhaha referring to here, Bodhaha is consciousness. Chaitanya, Sambita. That is different from the object of consciousness, which is Jnanam, Tamas. So, therefore, Jagrat Bodha is same, Swapna Bodha is same. Similarly, in Sushupti Bodha also the same. The consciousness is same. In Jagrat and Swapnavastha, objects are many, Vaichitriyat. In sleep, there are no objects, there is only one experience. That is Ajnana Anubhava alone is there. Total Ajnanam. The total Ajnanam is, that is what is the content of the vritti of the Sushupti Avastha. Tamas, the Tamas is the Anubhava. It is there, therefore that is a cause for Anubhava. And there is no Vaichitriyat, Vaichitri Anubhava in Sushupti Avastha. And because it is the Anubhava, therefore it must be different from the consciousness. Therefore, Saushupta Bodhaha, that is the Bodha, the consciousness which is obtained in the sleep, that must be Vishayat Binnaha. It must be different from the Ajnanat Vishayat Binnaha iti. So the ignorance which is experienced in sleep, it is not a part of Sambita, as in the Jagrata Avastha and Swapna Avastha. Similarly, the ignorance is not, therefore, ignorance is not part. Consciousness cannot be ignorance. Even the ignorance is illumined by consciousness. Therefore, Saushupta Bodhaha Bodhat, Saushupta Bodhaha, that Bodha, that Sambita which is obtained in the Sushupti, it is not different from the Bodha which is obtained in the Jagrat and Swapnavastha. Bodhat na binnaha bhavati. Swapnatrayepi Bodhat na binnaha. In all the three states of experience, the consciousness is only one. Therefore, the consciousness, Sambita, inheres in all the states. It remains untouched by the objects of experience, whether it is of the waking state or the dream state. And in the sleep, there is only one object, that one Vishaya, that is Ajnana Vishaya. Therefore, it remains untouched. Therefore, Sambita Ekarupa na Vidyate. So, when you understand Sambita Ekarupa Vidyate, now for a thinking person, he can recognize all the thoughts are nothing but they are only Nama Rupa. They are Mithya, Nama Rupa. So, because it is Nama Rupa, a Viveki, what will do? He will not combine the thought and the Sambita. He will not combine and make it into one and attribute the properties of the Vritti to Sambita and the Lakshana of Sambita to Vritti. Mix both of them and limiting the consciousness. That mistake is a Viveki will not do. That is why this is called Viveka. Understand distinctly both of them. Sambita Eka. Thoughts are many. Thoughts, they gain existence. They are enlivened. They are illumined by this Sambita. Therefore, that Sambita is Ahamasmi na Vidyate. I do not change with the changing experience. All the experiences are experienced by me, but I don't change with every experience. I remain the same person. That is why you have recalling the experience. That is why you have, what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma, what is adharma. That viveka is that when you have that viveka of what is good, what is bad, with what is sukham, what is dukkham, what is dharma, what is adharma, the same viveka must be there with regard to the Vishaya and the Sambit. When it extends the Viveka here, then it becomes Tattva Viveka. Therefore, here he says, Saha Bodhaha, that is Sushupti Kalinasya Ajnanasya Bodhaha Vishayat Ajnanat Binnaha Swapna Bodhavat Stanatraye Api Eka Sambit Eka Rupa Na Vidyate. Extending the same, when Sambit is Eka Rupa, when it is Eka Rupa, today or yesterday, it is Dinantare. It is Dinantare. It is there. It is Sambit is Eka Rupa is Dinaantare. Next day also it is same. Today Sambit is Eka. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow also it is same. Dinantare api. Dinantare api. It is Eka Rupa eva. So therefore, Saushupta Tamobodhaha, the experience of ignorance in sleep, that Vishayat Binnaha, the Vishaya is Tamas, and that Saushupta Tamobodhaha, Tamasaha Binnaha, it is distinct, that Bodha, the consciousness, is distinct from the Vishaya, and it is not different from Jagrat Bodha, Sapna Bodha, it is the same Bodha, it is the same consciousness. It is the same consciousness. Stanatrayepi Eka Sambit. That Sambit Dinantare api. That it is same even in the next day also. Tomorrow also. Day after tomorrow also. Extend this up to when? Up to what is the end? Masa Abda Yuga Kalpeshu. The next shloka. Masa Abda Yuga Kalpeshu. Masa is month. Abda is year. Yuga is Yuga, Chatur Yuga. Kalpa is cycle. The cycle of creation. That is, it is the same, do not change forever. That is why it is called a Satu. That which doesn't change. Kalatraya api tishtati. Not bound by time. Masa is a measurement. Measurement of time. Measurement of the number of days. Number of days also measurement of number of hours. Hours also measurement of number of minutes. Minutes also measurement of number of seconds. Everything is measured. Kala, time is there. But this is timeless. That is why it is Sambit Nitya Bhavati. Ekarupa Nitya Bhavati. Therefore, Masa Abda Yuga Kalpeshu. Maseshu. Masa is Chaitrayadishu. Vaishakhadishu. Iti Maseshu. All the Masas. 12 Masas. Yugeshu. Kruta Yugeshu. Treta Yugeshu. Dwapara Yugeshu. Sarveshu Yugeshu. Sambit Masa Abda Yuga Kalpeshu. Eka Bhavati. Gata Gamyeshu. Gata is past. Gata Agamyeshu. That which has not come, that is future. So, the past as well as in the future. Gata Gamyeshu. So, Gata Gamyeshu. Gata is past. In the past it is which has gone. Gamyeshu, which is Agamishu, which is going to come, the future. Gata Gamyeshu Anekada Sambit Eka Bhavati. That is Gata Gamyeshu Masa Abda Yuga Kalpeshu iti Anekada Bhagu Prakareshu Sambit Katam Bhavati Eka Bhavati. These are like that we can Masa Abda Yuga Kalpa, that which has not come, which is going to come. In so many possibilities, how many Sambits are there? Sambit is Eka Eva. Therefore, Sambit being Eka, therefore it doesn't come into being at any particular point of time. Now Udeti. Now, no deity is now deity. Consciousness doesn't arise. because it is there in all the periods of time. Gata agamya, Gata agamyeshu, maseshu, abdeshu, yugeshu, kalpeshu. Therefore, na udeti, na utpadyate. Similarly, doesn't go away, doesn't set also. Na astamyeti, doesn't set, doesn't diminish, doesn't get destroyed, doesn't go away. Na astamyeti. Anything which arises or settles, it is possible only when there is a sakshi. The witness has been that the consciousness, Sambit is a sakshi. He is a ever witness, alupta drik. Because he is a sakshi, therefore, how can there be a sakshi for a sakshi? Sambit. Sakshi is, because he is sakshi, therefore he cannot have another sakshi. That's why we say sakshi chaitanya. And therefore the chaitanyam, the consciousness, otherwise called Sambit, Acharya here it calls it as Sambit. It is the ever witness, it is na udeti, na astamyeti. It doesn't arise, it doesn't set, it is there in all the 3 periods of time, doesn't come into being, it doesn't born. Najayate mriyate va kadachit, na ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha, nainam chandante shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha. That cannot be destroyed, that cannot be produced. It is there as Sakshi Chaitanyam, Agam Agam iti. In every bodha, Pratibodham Viditam Matam. In every bodha, every knowledge, Agam Agam iti, Yaha Spurati. That Spuranam, that is Chaitanyam. Therefore, there is no Utpatti, there is no Vinasha for this Sambit. And it is Swayam Prabha. That is why I said Sakshi. It is ever self-effulgent, self-illumined. It doesn't arise, it doesn't set. Therefore, it is Swayam Prabha. It is Swayam Prabha. It is self-evident. Rise and set. To recognize the rising and setting, you need a Sakshi. This itself is Swayam Prabha. How can it rise and how can it set? And how can there be witness for this? Because it doesn't require witness. That is why Swayam Prabha, Swayam Prakashate. It doesn't require the means of knowledge to illumine. What is self-illumined need not be illumined by another illumination, another thing. Sun is self-illuminary. It doesn't require another. Whereas moon is not like that. It requires sunlight. Therefore, Swayam Prabha is Swaprakasha. Swaprakashena bhasamana. Swayam Prabha. Sarva avabhasakatvat. It doesn't require it. In fact, it illumines everything. That's why we say no means of knowledge, no pramana have the capacity to illumine consciousness, because Pramanam itself, they are illumined by consciousness. Because it is consciousness is self-illumined. So therefore, by all this analysis, the author wants to establish that Sambit is Nitya, it is Eka, and this Sambit is a Sat, Esha Sambit Sat, and that Sambit is a Chit. Therefore, Sat and Chit, that Sat, which is Nitya, that existence, and Chit, the consciousness, they are not different. That Acharya here he arrives logically by analyzing. And this Chit is Swayam Prabha. Swayam Prabha is Chit. The word Swayam Prabha here, it says self-illumined is Chit, consciousness. No proof is required to prove Sambit. We don't need any pramana to prove the Sambit. Shastram also doesn't prove Sambit. We need a pramana. When do you need a pramana? Manadina mega siddhihi. Siddhihi, it is you can establish a thing, establishing the existence of something. For establishing the existence of something, you need a meya, a prameya. You need a pramana. For establishing the prameya, you need a pramana. It should become the pramana vishaya for the pramana. If flower is not objectified by eyes, then you cannot establish the existence of flower. And it will never be available for your knowledge. Therefore, any Vishaya is established through Pramanam only. If there is no Pramanam, then there is no establishment of knowledge. For everything we need Pramanam. What about Sambit? What about for Sambit, Atma? For Atma, you need a Pramanam. If for Atma you need a Pramanam, then it becomes a problem. Because Atma is not Pramana Adhina. All Pramanas are Atma Adhina. They are all dependent on Atma. Atma is, it is self-illuminating. It doesn't require Pramana to prove. What proof is required? That you exist. You don't require any proof. The existence of other things are proved by you. Whereas you don't require any Pramana to prove yourself. So, therefore, it is illogical to expect Pramana to prove Atma. Atma is Swayam Prabha. That is why we say Sakshi Chaitanyam Swayam Prabha. Swayam Avabhasate. Kada Avabhasate? Dinantare, Kalpe, Mase, Yuge, in all the periods of time. This Sambit Avabhasate. Aham iti sarvada avabhasate iti. Acharya says, with this we will stop. We'll continue the next shloka in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyawada. Can you all follow?
Dhanyawada.
If you have any
Dhanyawada,
difficulty, please ask me.
Yes.
Okay, Guruji.
Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawada.
Is my voice clear through class?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Sharanji. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. It's clear.
Change the speaker. That's right. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Guruji.
Thank you.